Hi friends, today I would like to talk about an important topic like nutrition. We touched on this topic a little bit in the last video, but now we will talk in more detail. We will analyze the most common mistakes, how to choose the most suitable diet for you based on your goals and objectives, and in general, refresh your knowledge about food. Let's get started. As we remember, the most important condition for sports success and health is a proper and rational diet. It should fully satisfy human needs in energy, plastic material, and biologically active components and cause positive emotions. It seems very simple to satisfy your needs and you will be healthy and cheerful. But in reality, everything is more complicated. One day a person, completely overwhelmed by the thought of his or her lack of conformity to his or her own expectations and the desire to look and feel better, decides to make a change. Often this choice comes at times of great emotional strain, whether it's the stress we've experienced, a drop in self-esteem after a breakup with a partner, or even the fear of losing a loved one due to their dissatisfaction with us. In addition, people sometimes change their physical appearance in an effort to increase their social standing and attract the attention of others. You don't need a radical diet just because you do strength training at the gym, regardless of your workouts. The key to good health lies in following a sensible and balanced diet. Nutritional balance is the foundation of a healthy diet. There are 6 basic components of food: proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. No nutrient acts independently of the others in the body. Must be present in all nutrients for it to function normally. The exact amount for each person is determined by his physiological state. Adjustments are also made for age, gender, and fitness level. All of this is closely related to metabolism in the first place. Metabolism is an indispensable self-regulating system of chemical processes in organisms necessary for their life support. Metabolic processes enable living things to grow, reproduce, maintain their structures, and adapt to changes in the environment. To a large extent, the regulation of metabolism is carried out by hormones. The metabolism of the body is divided into degradation. Complex organic substances degrade to simpler ones. Synthesis. Conversely, complex substances such as proteins, carbohydrates, and fats are formed. These 3 basic fuels are relevant to our body. Proteins are the main source of building material for internal organs, muscles, blood, skin, hair, and nails. Proteins are made of amino acid residues and are conditionally divided into substituted and essential amino acids. Proteins are also necessary for the formation of enzymes, hormones, and antibodies. Each cell of the human body contains a certain amount of protein. The biggest advantage and difference of protein from carbohydrates and fats is that it is a standalone value, i.e., you can consume only proteins because they fulfill 2 functions at once: fuel and building material. Carbohydrates are energy sources that allow the body to function like a well-oiled automobile engine. Carbohydrates are divided into complex and simple. Composed of 5 or fewer sugar molecules are called simple, and complex carbohydrates have longer carbon chains. Simple carbohydrates are quickly broken down into glucose and quickly into the bloodstream within minutes in large volumes, while complex carbohydrates are broken down more slowly, so large amounts of glucose do not enter the bloodstream at one time. The smallest molecule of carbohydrates is sugar. Carbohydrates are the most preferred fuel. But our bodies are also able to burn proteins and fats. 1 g of protein contains about 4 calories, 1 g of carbohydrates contains 4 calories, and 1 g of fat contains 9 calories. Fats have become one of the most basic nutritional problems. 97% of all calories we consume from fats are stored as fat. Fats are not only economical but also necessary in certain amounts. Vitamins such as A, D, E, and K are dissolved only in fat. Fat supports the vital organs of the body, acting as a reserve of energy. Not all fat is equally useful. Useful for us is considered fat coming from fish and plant foods helps to reduce cholesterol. It will not be superfluous if you supplement your diet with vitamin and mineral supplements. The human body is a balanced system, and if it does not receive a certain amount of nutrients, the balance is disturbed. The easiest way is to buy vitamin and mineral complexes that contain the correct daily dosage of elements. The state of our bodies physically able to resist injury is absolutely dependent on the quality and quantity of water we drink. The percentage of water content in the body of men is about 65 to 70%, and women from 45 to 65%. These figures show how important water is and how important it is to avoid dehydration of the body. There are many studies available that contain different data on the necessary amount of protein in the diet, the necessary number of calories. These debates will be endless. Everyone has their own truth and arguments. The usual formula of 1:2:3 is optimal for modern conditions. That is, for every protein calorie, there should be 2 fat calories and 3 carbohydrate calories. 1.8 to 2.2 liters of water. 70 to 90 grams of protein. 400 to 500 grams of carbohydrates. 80 to 100 grams of fat. But here it is important to understand one thing, that this whole process should not occur abruptly. The best option is a gradual transition if we consider the diet. We gradually reduce the caloric content of the diet by 10% and monitor the data. The same applies to weight gain. Smooth increase in the number of calories in the diet by 10%. After a period of time, we can increase if necessary. Well, no way immediately, by 20 to 40%. Important note, when we talk about increasing or decreasing the number of calories, we take into account the ratio of our fuel, namely proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. The optimal ratio for losing weight or gaining mass was in the first video. The most common mistake, often the simplest, is the wrong choice of foods, as well as focusing only on the caloric content of the diet. We live in an amazing time. The choice of food is huge. The whole industry is aimed at simplifying human life, and the more processed product on display, the lower the nutritional value and high caloric content of sausages, pastries, cakes, sauces, fast food, and much more. Many favorite refined foods will have to be removed from the only persistence, perseverance, resilience, and consistency will allow you to achieve your goals. Every problem has a solution. Engage in auto-training to develop motivation and never lose hope. Recognizing your imperfections is the first step towards perfection. It is very difficult and requires courage. The secret of success in almost any endeavor is moderation. This rule is especially important when it comes to nutrition. Nutrition is the foundation of life. That's all for now. Share your ideas, healthy habits. See you in new videos, and thanks for watching. See you soon.